50 Cent is out here blessing the bloggers, gifting the gossipers, sponsoring the speakers. Like, you remember when Kendrick Lamar and Drake when it really heated up, and Kendrick removed, what was it, like the copyright? I forget. I can't think of the correct terminology, but he removed the copyright on all of the songs that he was making. You know, all of those diss records that was coming out at the time, where it was basically, he made it free and fair and okay and legal to use, to use all of his songs and clip it and repurpose it, and you wouldn't get no copyright strike. He gifted that to the bloggers and vloggers and commenters, and yeah, that's what it feels like 50 Cent is doing right now. Son is on the road right now. This is charity for the chatters. You know what I mean? Like, I seen y'all out there putting wild extra lettuce, extra sauce, extra seasoning on the Boosie 50 Cent dynamic. Like the Boosie interview that he did with Vlad, because he said if he was Lil Meech, he would have stood on business with his pops, right? Excuse me. People so busy trying to make that something. You know, I see vloggers out there talk about Lil Meech took Boosie's advice and went and did whatever, and that was why he went and linked up with Ross and Floyd at Floyd party. Speaking of which, salute to Floyd Mayweather for buying up all that property up in Manhattan. You know what I mean? It's a big purchase, a whole lot of apartments. I hope he make them affordable. You know what I mean? Buy them all up and then gentrify them. Just be I hope that's not, you know what I'm saying? Because capitalism is a mug. And, a lot of people, all big business ain't necessarily good business, not for our community. Not all of it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I hope he makes it, I hope he don't price us out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But, salute to him, congratulations. But yeah, people was making a lot of, they're like, Boosie saying this or calling him a Meech groupie or this, that, and the third. I'm just like, I wouldn't go that far. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, everybody's talking about it. Everybody has their own opinion. Boosie has a different opinion. He's fine with that. Like, some people place certain things higher up on their list of principles than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, how old is Lil Meech? I know when I was a teenager, right? I had a father, but I ain't have a father. You understand what I'm saying? So, I would have rolled with my friends in a heartbeat over my father. Pause. I'm riding with them. Man, you young, like you ride with them against your moms. Niggas, you out in the street doing whatever you do with. You know how many times my moms, my older brother, my older cousin, Even my pops told me that I shouldn't be doing something, and I was like, what? Don't be with that nigga. What? Right outside with that nigga. I still got some of them friends, some of them niggas. Some of them is still my friends today. Some of the very same dudes that somebody that was my blood told me not to rock with. Listen, they didn't know what they was. Son, I used to be a good boy. Fat cheeks. Pause. Little cute kid. Potentially rebellious, yet a straight A student. I listened to my elders till I found out they were stupid. What they told me had me broken, bummy. Time for some new shit. Now, I hold more concealed heat than Acapulco. Ricans and Bushwick call me Rocco Hermano Loco. Like, I wrote that. I was 20-something when I wrote that. You understand what I'm saying? So Big Meech, not necessarily trying to go jump on the bandwagon with his father at whatever his young age is right now. I know one of the blogger niggas showed the footage from him in the precinct in the airport when he got caught with the slam dancing in his bag, right? He telling the officer, I'm a minor, right? How old? That wasn't that long ago. But anyway, Boosie may or may not. He may have had a real relationship with his pops, and if he had one with his pops, then yeah, I could see it making a whole lot of sense for him to say, "My pops ain't rocking with you. I ain't rocking with you either, nigga." You said what? It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? People trying to frame that as him dissing 50. He ain't diss 50. Then they trying to, I see a lot of the headlines or whatever, in the vlogs, people trying to frame 50's response to him as a diss. 50, they ain't say not one word disrespectful to him. You know what I'm saying? He just explained what he explained to him. Said what he said to him. I think it's this, blah, blah. I did this. I did more for him than his family, his pops, or whatever, blah, 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 and whatever else he said in that post. You know what I'm saying? He did not, at one point, ever diss Boosie. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, people was reaching for that, right? You understand? People was reaching. And I get it. It hasn't been really much new news in the whole Big Meech 50 Cent Rick Ross saga. Ross and Big Meech have been quiet. You know what I'm saying? Hence the blog I did a couple of days ago where I said what Ross was missing. You know what I mean? But then, I wasn't gonna trip. I wasn't about to. I was like, man, this. I was waiting to see if I was waiting to see if the Boosie factor amounted to something or turned into something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna wait on that. I ain't got. You understand? And I'm looking around, being patient or whatever. Last night I was going, I was something else to vlog about. Nope. Just wait. Just be patient. Just be patient. And lo and behold, I blink, and 50 is all over Tony YaYo right now. Pause. 50 is wilding on Tony YaYo in response to Tony YaYo interview on Vlad TV. This is if Nobody Safe was a person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, son, this is living proof that, look, bruh, anybody get it. Salute to the ABG faction in Brooklyn, Brownsville. You know what I mean? ABG was a group of gentlemen from my part of town in Brooklyn, who, when the Bloods and the Crips came to Brooklyn, they stood, they made a stance against all of that, right? And they were called ABG. So if anybody get it, that's 50. Now again, like the Joe Budden situation, I feel like he's just roasting, and this ain't real beef. Like, of course, this ain't beef. He just roasting his man, because his man, like Joe Budden, insinuated that he wasn't all the way there. Like, one nigga said you need therapy, and your man calls you crazy repeatedly on the podcast with DJ Vlad. Repeatedly. You understand? He like, yo, be like, I don't agree with all of this stuff, blah, 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 blah. 50's crazy, 50 crazy. He said that repeatedly. He did. And I don't know, I turned around. I don't know if I woke up to it or I turned around. Pause, protesters, get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, the president. The king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm out the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all the notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks. Or a Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. Cash App tag going to be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which will be there for those of y'all who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. I mean, hear me do a lot of rapping as opposed to a lot of yapping. All my mixtapes are there. All my mixtapes are there, from Slang and Rock Volume 2 all the way back to Shell Shock. Also, when you type in on the walls, when you're painting on the walls of the nation, you gotta use your spell checks. You gotta spell rock right. You gotta add the K unless you a Crip. Don't leave the C out. I understand Crips don't leave the K out unless you're a Crip. Crips, they got politics, I understand. Rest of y'all, get it right, because we're trying to grow the platform. If somebody is new here, you know what I'm saying, this page say Monster Nation, right? They might not get all the way to the spelling. They might be learning from you as you typing and all that. Then they run around and they go searching for some other something, and they search for it wrong. You understand? They spreading the word, and they spreading the word wrong. You understand what I'm saying? We're trying to build this nation. Also, it pisses off the president. Helter Skelter, T-A-H, Skelter, T-A-H. BCC, not BBC. Pause. You understand why it should be? Auto reverse. You don't think that should be a pause? I'm just messing with y'all. Get your ass out of here, though. Bro. I ain't got no time for you to be telling me how grown I am and how I need to talk. You understand what I'm saying? If I said that's what she said, you'll be with it, right? Check yourself, not me. You the one with a phobia. You know what I noticed? Everybody raps, right? I feel like it's a certain type of, like rappers who use punchlines play the pause game the most, with the exception of Dame Dash. He's not a rapper. But, you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, get all the music. It's out. Winner Circle. The video is out. Go check it out. See me looking spiffy or whatever. BCC, Crownsville album out. I'm about to be on Twitch. You know what I mean? Twitch link is in the description too. Anyway, enough of all of that. What's rocking right now is 50 Cent smoking his homeboy. Pause. I mean, he's joking his homeboy. You understand? So the first one I saw was the scene that they got. I mean, not that it happened first, but this is the first one I stumbled across, it's a scene from a movie or something they got. I never saw the scene before where they sit in the car together and 50 Cent robs Tony YaYo and then claps him. I guess throws him out the car and all of that. It's great acting, by the way. You understand what I'm saying? It's well shot and all of that. If you ask me, I'm no professional, but. So then I notice what's happening. I start scrolling. I see somebody else shared the post of it's an old video that you probably seen a long time ago, but if you didn't, you seeing it again. Video with 50 on stage rapping, and Tony YaYo pulls down his pants and moons the crowd. I guess 50 had a line about having crack in his crack. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of the hustlers. That's what they would do. You know, they would have they would they would stash it in. They would stash the crack in the crack, right? And in the moment of showing what you saying, something we rappers like to do, something hype men like to do. I'm a hype man too. You know what I'm saying? Try to show what's being said. He moves the crowd, and all of the captions to these, in the caption to this video, 50 is like, "You said I'm crazy. Nobody told you to do this." Right, so so he said I think it might be a third. It might be a third. What do you call it? A third video where he posted disrespecting YaYo gangstifications, but I don't know what it is right now. But basically, you can see what he's directly responding to. He's making that very clear, and I think it's funny. You know what I mean? And I think it's a gift to all of us. Like, you know what I mean? What he said? Oh yeah, I think I found it. Oh, he said this ninja mad because I pushed him in the bushes. Says this on the clip of YaYo talk about how crazy he is. He's like, we've been with the issues for 20 years. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, he said he mad I pushed him in the bushes. Then he said he actually didn't push him in the bushes. He actually picked him up and threw him in the bushes. But, who's nitpicking? Yeah, so I think that's all of the, that's, he said, and he said, who the pluck told you to do that, bro? He said, you crazy. And why you got a Pooh Shiesty with that big ass coat? You crazy. Anyway, this is quite entertaining, y'all. And I thank 50 for this. You understand what I'm saying? It's good, lighthearted content for me to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because we do this for a living now. You know what I mean? Well, to make money. But anyway, if you've made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 laughing emojis. 4 crying laughing emojis, because yo, rock on, rock going.